it's important to keep you guys locked in and up to date. Boba Slurpers, as mentioned, they are waiting in that finale. We are about to play a cash out between
A lot here from Random Tongues, not gonna lie.
Dread. Is there a team here that stands out to you in this lobby? There's some real surprise. It's all about them, but Dread, Dianic, why don't you take us into the action on Skyway, our first cash out of Stage 2.
Yeah, and Dianic, this one's going to be absolutely wild too, because Skyway is such a volatile map, especially in comp play. I mean, there is so many different ways you can spawn manipulation and just kind of work your way around how these cash outs sit here on this map.
As the first one from the side of 5 Fierce, Treason's going to be found dead. He's found himself also now being defid back up to the feet. The fight still continuing, maybe staggering out here a little bit. Yet a team to really found big success here. Nagos find himself now in a 1v2 scenario. He's pinched in the corner, nothing he can really do. Skywalkers now finally tap the box, but again they're going to be a bit behind schedule as the other box is already being plugged from the side of Random Tongues.
Yeah, and if I was watching that kill feed correctly, it looks like Roma was going crazy yet again. Really fighting for that MVP spot in this cycle, too, it seems. Skywalkers now winning this fight as well, kind of moving their box away. Really nice gateway to a jump pad to a zip line there to really smoothly move that box over and get it plugged. And now 5 Fears are back in. They're going to be trying to fight over that. But on the other side of the map here, we got a little bit of a standoff between Special Forces and Skywalkers there, Diane.
A bit to the end, but yet teams are still recollecting each other, especially Special Forces. They are now 1 man down, and they're being hunted by the Random Tongues. They don't want to make sure Special Forces are not really able here to really reset themselves, but unfortunately, just the way this map is built, there's going to be too much to check for them, so the reset's going to be here any second. As Random Tongues, they're still just lurking around. They're opening so many rotations. This is great for them. Again, gives them a lot of opportunities and so many more things that an opponent team is going to have to worry about. There's a reset. Finally, Special Forces back up as a free, but look at the distance. They're quite far away from each other. Monster Pig is all the way on the other side, and that might make this team fight a bit more difficult. But considering it, they're on the cash out. Random Tongues have given them a bit of freedom, and that might bite them back very soon.
Yeah, it might, and that steal attempt is going to go through, but that box is going to get dropped already. And now the barricade coming through to try to stop them from pushing through there. Random Tongues doing a really good job at holding on to this point, but Special Forces want this, and they're going to get a little bit aggro as the escape gateway goes through, bringing Random Tongues back onto the roof of this building. And we do have a hole in there as well, too, but here comes Koreki with a big kick to the chest to take out Yerg there. And now Nuwak is going to actually win the fight against Roma, but he's going to end up going down now to Koreki. And Random Tongues are going to be able to hold on to the first box of the match.
Ooh, but look on the other side, there was a slight steal attempt being made. Skywalker still under control of that. Do mind, guys, they did plug the box and are still under control of it. So they're showing themselves from a great side right now. On the other side as well, 5 Fears have been wiped yet again. So the first 2 boxes have been decided. The second round is going to be much more interesting because, again, they're a bit staggered out. They want to get themselves up on the pace, so they need to make this next Vault fight quite quickly and are not allowed to fall even further behind. We saw what a staggered cash out can actually cause. A lot of third parties, a lot of teams staggering on one cash out is going to make it so much more difficult. 5 Phase, they're not in a great position right now, constantly finding themselves being chipped away and losing members. Now, the fact that Treason is in a position where he cannot be retreated unless they actually dive onto it, and he got the beautiful body, might be able to get himself a cheeky little res, but look at this, Nagos. Still on the other side, waiting for somebody to peek around. He's exposed his position and is quite vulnerable right here, but will make it back. And he's the heavy, so that little chip damage is not going to make a big difference.
Yeah, and keep in mind, too, all this is over a box that's not even tapped yet. And on the other side of the map, we do have a cash out already going. So this might be the biggest stagger of the day we see end up coming through here. And it looks like Skywalkers have noticed that. Now they're going to be working their way across the map over to where that objective is currently going. And Five Fears are going to be left to their own here, and they're going to decide where to take this box. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and just plug it up there on C. So now we have that pretty heavy stagger going through. We got 3 teams fighting over this one box over here. With, I think, Treason is also over there. So technically 4 teams. And now Treason's going to find a pick onto 1. Jurg is going to get down Kureki. And Newalk is going to take out Dyrani, which takes out Random Tongues there. Now we've just got Special Force Skywalkers and a couple members of Five Fears just kind of causing chaos over here. As a steal attempt goes through, Skywalkers are going to hold on to this point now.
The Special Forces is still fighting. They will find a kill into Patrick. Newark will be found in the meanwhile. There was a bit of a res, but the defib is going to make the big difference. It is a 2v3 scenario. Beautiful winch. Nice kill right there as well. It tries to take the pot in the game, which just disappears. The timing absolutely beautiful, but the heavy, they're just playing on that little rope right here. Still standing strong. There has yet a defib need to be played, but look at him. He's on the stairs. That shotgun is absolutely lethal. They're now back in as a team. They're trying to play this together. Special Forces together against 3 players, and they need to bring this back under their control. They tried to go for the steal. The question is, will this attempt actually go through? There's the RPG from the distance. He can stick it. He will get it. That is a beautiful switch, and look at the time. So little things that actually Skywalkers can do here, and the fact that they're gonna have to prove themselves is gonna put them in a little bit of a difficult position. They might find a few kills, but they're gonna be wiped. In the meanwhile, that is the cash shot for Special Forces continued and secured, as Five Fears on the other hand, they still need to fear a few things because their cash shot is staggered for quite a bit.
Yeah, that was a really important flip and team wipe for Special Force there to bring them into that first place spot as we're going through, getting ready to open up our last few vaults here. But we still got a bit of time left on this Five Fears box, and I don't think anybody's going to try to push it. Coming up on the point here, they are going to hang out just in case somebody tries to make some last-second steal there, but it looks like they're going to be okay, and that is going to slot them into that second place spot. But we still have 2 potential vaults that could come through here and get plugged. It looks like that 5th vault is already going to make it over there. It looks like they're going to go for this far point here over onto Bravo, and the rest of the teams are going to work their way on the map over to that 6th vault that is just getting ready to be ready here.
Still a lot of time here. 1 minute and 55 for the next plug to happen, but this stagger is going to make it so much more difficult. There's a cheeky little team fight happening right here on box number 5 in between Skywalkers and Special Forces, and on top of that also a tiny bit. Random Lungs on the other side just holding this out close. Theoretically speaking, every team can benefit from this plug. Every single team would need a plug. Even from the side of Special Forces, if they are second place, that 3k is not going to make the biggest difference. They need this plug to happen, or at least to make sure that there is a double plug continuing. As all of a sudden, Q will find himself a cheeky little kill from the side of Skywalkers. Special Forces are moving this box towards the double plug, but again, I gotta make sure that... They're going. They're going somewhere. Going on a world tourney.
Yeah, I don't really know where they're going to end up going with that, but there is a fight breaking out over this box that is currently going. And I guess Special Forces just wants to kind of hold that box out because they I don't think a double would really hurt them too much unless we see some crazy wipes end up going through. But regardless, that is the safe play to keep that box out. If you have an absolute mosh pit coming around through this one, that barricade is going to go up to try to keep Durrani alive just a little bit longer. Is he going to make it into that elevator in time? He's got 12 HP. Somehow makes it out of that absolute blender of chaos going on there. Carnifex is going to find a Kureki that was retreating from the spot as well. We are coming to these last few seconds on this box here. Q is going to hop on it, and he is riding it. Hopefully, if this drops here, he might be able to stick it, but he's getting shot in the head by Jurg there. Jurg actually ends up getting a triple kill with the RPG and the KS there. But we're running out of time to be able to hop on this now. Jurg is the triple kill. Going to be worth it. The red barrel ends up coming through, dropping it again. Skywalkers, they have all wiped, but they hold on to the box. Keep that in, holding on to that first place.
A few more seconds right there. We saw Skywalkers being only a few seconds or at least a few players away from a complete wipe. Even Special Forces at the very end there. Jörg was the last man standing, and that was very crucial. They were only a few K away. If that wipe would have gone through, we could have seen an overtake from Special Forces. They played that very close. Again, there shouldn't have been a wipe. He was the last man standing. Very risky. It did turn out to be in their favor. Now, the top 2 teams of this cash out will be moving on to that 3v3. So, Special Forces definitely played it right. Jerry, I'm going to bring you back into this conversation here. We have just seen a very interesting game because it was very even though both of the cash outs, every single one, have been quite staggered out.
Yeah, but what a crazy one that absolutely was. And look at these replays that I'm coming through on how much of an absolute bloodbath that this last fight was, especially over that box. I mean, it got dropped from that suspended structure onto the building and through a couple floors in the building as well. Look at Nuwak there with 9 kills.